Alright, hello. Welcome back to I Might Be Wrong MMA. This is my recap of last night's card. There's a few things I want to say about this card. There's a very few things. Now, total recap, card was awesome. Great card. Awesome card, loved it. Great finishes, good fights. Awesome. But there was some judging in this card. Anytime a fight went to a decision, it's shit judging. I don't know what the judges were smoking tonight. But we're going to get straight into it. Starting off with the main event. I actually got this one wrong. This one I'll admit, I got it really wrong. I underrated Hernandez. I thought Dolidze would be able to scramble out of those positions. And in fairness, he threatened the heel hook and the knee bar, but Hernandez was just smart enough to just get out of it and just let Dolidze get up and just spam takedowns again. Smart from Hernandez, but I see everyone saying Hernandez is a future champion. I respectfully disagree. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't like Hernandez before this performance. I like him now. I do like him. But I need to see him against the top 5 fighter before I say, oh yeah, he's future champ material. Because I don't think Dolidze is champ material. You know, and everyone's saying like, oh, do Sean Strickland, yeah, like a non-grappler. I need to see this guy versus like RDR, because I think RDR is like a stylistic mismatch for Hernandez. Because if Hernandez gets him down, RDR is awesome off his back, so it'll be literally the same as Dolidze. And RDR has better stand-up, I feel, than Dolidze. And I think he would like do better on the feet. Also, another thing is, Dolidze, he's been Eric Nixicked. What can I say? He just looked so lost on the feet. He was trying to be he needed to scrap more and throw more leg kicks. I swear to God, I'm gonna research every fighter who is like under the coaching of Eric Nixick, and I should have trusted my gut. I said it a long time ago. Eric Nixick is ruining his fighters. Like, I genuinely think Sean Strickland will actually come back now that he's apart from Eric Nixick. But maybe the damage is already done. I don't know. I just think Eric Nixick is just a bad coach. Is that just my opinion? Like, there was so many times there where it's like, okay, Dolidze, this is clearly working, do that. And then Dolidze would just go back to just throwing a random jab, whiffing an overhand. Like, clearly the leg kicks were working on Hernandez. Hernandez was given a reaction. Dolidze acted like, oh yeah, he's given a reaction. He threw like 2 low kicks in a row and proceeded to throw no more low kicks for the rest of the fight. I don't know, man. I just need to see Hernandez versus a top 5 opponent. If he breaks into the top 5, what he is, he's going to be champion. But right now, I think people in the top 5 beat him. But I do like him. He's a very fun fighter. Anyone calling that as a boring fight is wrong. That was just a dominant fight. It was one-sided. But great job, Anthony Hernandez. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. I'll trust you now. I just think RDR is a mismatch. I think he beats Strickland. I do think he beats Strickland. I think him versus Whitaker is a really interesting fight. Him versus Hamzat mauls him, of course. Dreykus could probably throw a piano on him. I think the easy fight for him is Strickland. I really do think. If he wants a title shot next, the easy option is Strickland. But moving on. Steve Erceg versus Ode Osborne. I've seen people call this a robbery. I don't know what kind of fucking... Let me just look at the stats, okay? Hold on before I make my position. I haven't looked at the stats again. Round 1, Erceg clearly lost. Yeah, this is a clear Erceg round. In my opinion. He had the clinch and Erceg got more strikes. You know, I don't know. I don't know what people are seeing. Like, Ode got one more significant strike. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought Erceg, that was a clear win. It was a close round, but that was a clear Erceg round, in my opinion. It was just competitive. Round 3 was dominant Erceg, but it wasn't a robbery to say that Erceg won that fight. It was clear Erceg, in my opinion. I don't know if I'm just coping. But one thing I will say is that Erceg looked very bad in this fight. It wasn't even that he was chinny, he just looked bad, you know? I think anyone with any sort of, like, technical awareness and speed and power chins Erceg. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bedtime fans. I know bedtime MMA is probably seething right now because he knows if Erceg is nearly losing to Ode Osborne, he's never getting a title shot again. I see many people in the top 10 beating Erceg. I think fucking Cody Durden has a chance right now, but I don't know. But moving on, who should Ode fight next? Probably Cody Durden or something like that. Erceg probably... They're going to give him someone higher up in the rankings, like in the top 5. He's either going to fight Royval or maybe the winner of Kaya Sakura versus Tim Elliott. I think that would be a decent fight to make, I think. Because they want Asakura to become a big star. Erceg's the perfect but Erceg is a very winnable fight for Asakura, in my opinion. But moving on. Yasmin Lucindo. I was in Kenya Koya's fucking live. It was so funny, and I was just going around to everyone's live, just listening to what everyone was saying. Everyone was just making fun of Lucindo, going, "Usus! Usus!" You know, it was fucking funny. Great fight. It wasn't a boring fight. It was scrappy. It wasn't just them standing at each other staring. No, it was scrappy. Round 3 was a bit boring, but rounds 1 and 2 were pretty decent. I thought it wasn't the worst fight I've ever watched. Yeah, Lucindo 30-27. You know. People forget, man. Angela Hill's a fucking marauder. Alright. I don't know if Angela Hill retired. I think she should. She took a lot of damage in this fight. People forget, man, that does a lot of damage. Her eardrums are pierced. But moving on. Get out of there. Now, I disagreed with this decision. This is one of the many times I actually disagreed with the decision. I thought this was close, but I thought Christian Rodriguez edged it at the end. Because he ended round 3 with a takedown, I believe. Oh no, that was Miles John, never mind. But I think Rodriguez edged most of the rounds. I think he clearly won round 2. Round 1 was close, but yeah, I'm gonna say it. This was a robbery. This was a clear, blatant robbery, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I didn't think Fili. I don't know why they gave it to Fili. I don't know why. It was strange to me. Like, there was so many times where it's like, okay, Rodriguez is not fighting the way I'd like him to fight. He's doing something stupid, but he still won. He did something stupid, but he still won the fight, in my opinion. I don't know. You guys let me know. Okay. I'm fighting a hiccup. But moving on. Now, this was a blatant robbery. This was a bad robbery. This was a fucking blatant one. I had a clear Miles John 2-1. I thought he won 1 and 3, I thought. And there's an argument for 2. I don't know, man. I'd actually give Matsumoto 2. I'll give him that. But 3 I thought was clear John. In my opinion. I know it doesn't look like it on the stats, but when I was watching it live, I was like, that's clear Miles John. In my opinion. Like, most of Miles John's strikes looked like they were actually hurting. Matsumoto, 90% of his strikes was just leg kicks. I don't know. I thought Miles John clearly won that, but I don't know. The stats look worse than the fight actually was. When I was watching it live, I thought Miles John was clearly winning that fight. But I guess I'm wrong. I might be wrong, guys. I need to look at the judges' scorecards because it was all over the place. Now, finally a knockout, so I can stop complaining about a fucking robbery. Yeah, great performance from Christian Leroy Duncan. I've said this before. He fights very similarly to John Jones, and this is a rare bit of John Jones praise I'm gonna give. But Leroy Duncan is like John Jones' stand-up with a tiny bit more power. That's dangerous. And a bit better boxing. Not great boxing, but better. But his kickboxing's elite. Great takedown defense. Good job, Leroy Duncan. Moving on. Who should he fight next? Give him Marco Tulio. I guess that'll be a banger fight. Moving on. Julius Walker. Now, Julius Walker. This was a dominant win from him, I guess, if you want to call it that, but he was hurt a couple of times. He was fucking... I think in the third round, I don't know if it was the third round or second round, Cerqueira hit an overhand. Walker did a chicken dance, and then Walker like whiffed a right hand and knocked Cerqueira down. It was a great fight. Don't get me wrong, great fight. But I'm never picking Walker again. I can't trust it. If he goes against someone with a chin, he's going to get fucking... Like, the way he walked forward... Jesus Christ, I don't know what was happening. I was, like, watching in real time my pick go down the drain, like, in the first round. When he started the fight off, he just walked forward. Like, not even throwing anything, just walked forward, not even protecting his face. His hands up, but not protecting his face. And he was just getting peppered with the 1-2. And he just kept walking forward. I was like, oh, he's going to get knocked out. And then he grappled and recovered. Got a fluky couple of right hands. He's got good power. But if he fights up the rankings, if he fights like a Namaho Sterling's going to murder him. Like, that's not even... It's not even close. It's domination. Julius Walker is probably going to be the next Bobby Green for the light heavyweight division, where he's just borderline top 15, but then loses to a top 15, and then like a tomato can comes up and he crushes that. They're gonna cut him within 3 years, trust me, unless he improves dramatically. But good win from Julius Walker. This should have been over in round 1. But moving on. Now, talk about round 1 knockout. This was fucking scary. I actually, off the time of recording this, I don't know if Kazama is okay. And I pray to God he is, because that was brutal. That was one of the most vicious knockouts I've ever seen in my life. I never thought I'd see, like, a Rampage powerbomb again. And this was more brutal than that. This was far more brutal than that. Because Kazama went right on his head. Like, not even, like, on his neck. No, he landed on his... He pile-drived him. It was fucking scary. He's lucky to not have a broken neck. He is very lucky. Elijah Smith looked dramatically improved this fight. He looked a lot more explosive, a lot more like I think his last fight was kind of weird for me, but this fight, I'm definitely gonna pick Elijah Smith. I think he's definitely top 10 caliber. I think he did very well this fight. A bit questionable submission defense, but in fairness, he didn't really get anything locked in fully, so I guess you can say it was good submission defense, but I have to see how like a proper submission fella handles Elijah Smith. But great win for Elijah Smith. I hope Kazama is okay and nothing too serious. I literally, watching it live, I thought I watched like someone die. Genuinely, I thought I saw like someone actually pass away in the fucking octagon. Because it was so scary when they like cut the commercial break and they came back and he still wasn't moving. I was convinced, oh my god, I just watched a murder. It sucks. I hope he's okay. I really do hope he's okay. But moving on. I joked about this in the fucking... I kind of predicted this shit. In the fucking predictions video, I said, as a joke... She looks like Leon Edwards and she has the same name as Edwards. We're gonna see a headshot dead round 1 or 2. I was joking. I was fucking joking. And then this shit happens. People forget, man. Fucking headshot dead. Look at me now. I was giggling. I was like giggling like a little child watching that. It was so funny. Priscilla was dog shit. Priscilla Cachoeira was dog shit. I learned how to pronounce her name, by the way. But what's the question? Yeah, we're giving our title shot, dude. Leon for the fucking BMF belt, bro. Yeah. That was so funny to me, man. Moving on. Great win for Jocelyn Edwards. Don't ask me who I think she should fight next. I don't know that many. Uros Mejic versus Gilbert Urbina. Urbina. I don't know how you pronounce the name. Yeah, it was a quick fight. 1 minute. Yeah. He got knocked down the same way he did in his last fight, but he recovered, got up, nasty knee up the middle, and then a right hand put Urbina out cold. People forget, man, and Medic is middleweight in Ghana, or welterweight in Ghana, sorry. Yeah, no, great fight. Who do I think Medic should fight next? Give the kid Neil Magny. Oh god, actually, I hope they don't make that fight. I can see them making that fight. We're gonna Neil Magny, man, just retire on a win, please. I don't want to see Neil Magny take any more brain damage, but they're probably gonna feed Magny to Medic. Moving on. Gabriela Fernandez versus Julia Stoliarenko. This was a dominant win. I expected a finish, but I don't know. I think Fernandez just kind of accepted, like, okay. She kind of gave up a little bit. I don't know. She knew she was up on the scorecards and just didn't want to chance it. If you don't want to chance it against Julia Stoliarenko, it's kind of concerning to me. Because Julia does not have that good of stand-up. She's mainly a submission one. That's concerning to me. I might pick against Gabriela in the next fight if she fights up. But moving on. She beat Wang Kong. She's the greatest of all time. Okay. And maybe it was a fluky one. Now this fight, I thought it was a clear as day robbery as well. I thought Brundage clearly won this fight. Let me look at the stats. Clear Brundage round. Clear Brundage round. Clear Brundage round. And by the way, they didn't count that knockdown. That wasn't a knockdown. But how the fuck did they give this to McConaughey? Yeah, I don't know, guys. How the fuck did they give this to McConaughey? Because they didn't count the knockdown. I'm even sure. Yeah, they didn't. This is a clear Cody Brundage win, in my opinion. Bullshit, man. But yeah, that's been this card. Surprisingly fun card. I was actually talking shit on it, saying it was probably going to be the worst card of the year. It was far from that. Great performances all around. Probably the sleeper of the night, the one that was like kind of the shit, was probably the Gabriela Fernandez one. That was kind of a stinker, and also the Angela Hill fight. But that was still pretty decent, so hey, if those are the worst fights of the night, shit, you know. Alright, that's been me. Let me know if you thought those decisions were robberies. I'm not complaining too much, I'm just giving my fucking opinion. Like, I'm not saying like sack anybody because of this, but it was dodgy to me. I thought there was a lot of weird judging. Because especially on the Brundage fight, the scorecards were all over the place. Like, one judge gave 1-2 to Brundage, one judge gave a 3-0 to fucking McConaughey. How the fuck do you give a 3-0? And one judge gave a 3-0 Brundage, or 2-1 McConaughey. But like the different rounds. Weird, very weird scoring here. But yeah, that's been it. Let me know when I might make a boxing video next on Moses Thomas fight next week. Please let me know if you want to see that. What do I say to wrap up this card? People forget, man. Apex give people fucking superpowers. Alright, that's been it. See ya.